What if I can't find approved supervisors for my DCPP safety plan in New Jersey?
In New Jersey, if DCPP becomes involved and suggests that you need a safety plan, meaning that something has happened that poses an ongoing risk of harm to your child, and that they feel you need to have a third party involved to supervise your contact with your child, you're allowed to give them names of friends, family members, even third parties who you feel would be appropriate to be investigated and approved as a supervisor. Now, if you cannot find someone, if you don't have any relatives, any friends, or even neighbors who would be willing to be investigated by the agency for purposes of approving them as a court-approved supervisor, then normally what's going to happen is that the agency is going to provide you with its own resources for supervised visitation. This can be a mental health professional. It can even be supervised visitation at the DCPP office by a caseworker that's employed there. The difficulty, however, is that if you cannot have a third party that you personally know to supervise your visitation, visitation is going to be usually in a playroom, at an office, some toys around, and you're going to have somebody who is not just supervising, but who has nothing to do other than sit there with you, supervising your contact with your child. And that can feel a little awkward. So we want to try to normalize visitation as much as possible, and having supervision by a third party, like a family member, is not only your preference, but it oftentimes is the agency preference, so that you can have a more normalized access. You can go out into the public domain. You can spend time with your child either at that person's home, perhaps even at your own home, depending on what the circumstances are. And so supervised visitation is something that you are entitled to, and it's something that the agency is going to work really hard with you on to try to find the right person to give you the most access that they are legally required to give you.